Welcome to Morning Joan, the podcast where we dish out the latest news and gossip in the entertainment industry. I'm your host, Joan, and I'm so glad you're joining me today. So, let's dive right into it. Have you guys heard about the new Netflix series Sirens? It's a cult dramedy that's got everyone talking, and I am here for it. I am here. The show stars Julianne Moore, Meghann Fahy, and Milly Alcock. And from what I've seen, their performances are absolute perfection. The story follows two sisters, played by Fahy and Alcock, who get entangled in the mysterious world of a wealthy and influential woman, played by Moore. And let me tell you, Moore's character is giving me major Big Little Lies vibes. You know, that perfect facade hiding a whole lot of secrets and scandals. Now I know what you're thinking. Another rich people problems show. But, trust me, Sirens is so much more than that. It's a complex exploration of family dynamics, trauma, and the blurred lines between reality and illusion. And with its unique blend of dark humor, witty dialogue, and suspenseful plot twists, you'll be hooked from the very first episode. The cast is absolutely phenomenal, with standout performances from all three leads. Moore, in particular, is a force to be reckoned with. Her character's complexity and depth are just mesmerizing to watch. And Fahy and Alcock have incredible chemistry as sisters, bringing a sense of authenticity and relatability to their character. Of course, no show is perfect, and Sirens does have its flaws. Some of the supporting characters feel a bit one-dimensional, and the tone can be a bit inconsistent at times. But overall, I think the show's strengths far outweigh its weaknesses. So, if you're looking for your next binge-watching obsession, I highly recommend checking out Sirens on Netflix. And don't worry, I won't give away any more spoilers. I want you to experience the thrill of discovery for yourself. We'll be right back with more tea on Morning Joan. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darling. I hope you're all caffeinated and ready for the latest scoop in the world of entertainment. Can we talk about the news that's been making waves in the TV industry? It looks like Zach Braff is confirmed to reprise his role as John J.D. Dorian in the Scrubs reboot on ABC. Oh, grow up. I know, it's not exactly a surprise, but still, it's exciting to see one of our favorite medical comedies coming back to life. Now, let's get down to business. The new series is being developed by 20th Television, and while Bill Lawrence, the creator and executive producer of the original show, is on board, he won't be serving as the showrunner this time around. Face it, darling, that's a bit of a concern. But with Braff back in the mix, I'm willing to give it a chance. So, who's next to join the cast? Will we see Donald Faison return as Christopher Turk? Or perhaps Sarah Chalke will come back as Elliot Reed? The possibilities are endless, and I'm loving every minute of it. Trust me on this, folks, if anyone can bring the funny, it's Braff and Faison together again. And let's not forget about Judy Reyes, who exited Scrubs after season 8. She's currently tied up with ABC's High Potential, so her participation might be limited, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed we'll see her back as Carla Espinosa in some capacity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this reboot going to be a hit or a miss? Well, darling, only time will tell, but with the critical acclaim of similar shows like St. Denis Medical on NBC, I'm feeling optimistic about Scrubs too. And let's be real, who doesn't love a good medical comedy? Stay tuned for today's last cup of tea, right here on Morning Joan, where we'll dish out more celebrity news and behind-the-scenes gossip. Welcome back to Morning Joan, darling. We've got some exciting news to dish about in our final segment today. You know I love a good casting announcement, and this one's got me buzzing. Kieran Culkin, the talented Oscar and Emmy winner, has joined the cast of The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping as the infamous Caesar Finkerman. Oh, can you think of anyone better to bring that level of charisma and unpredictability to the role? I mean, Stanley Tucci was fabulous in the original films, but Kieran's got a certain je ne sais quoi that's going to make this character entirely his own. Now, let's talk about the film itself. It's based on Suzanne Collins's novel of the same name, and it takes us back to the world of Panem nearly 25 years before the events of the original films. We've got a new cast of characters, including Joseph Zada as Hamish Abernathy, Whitney Peake as Lenore Dove Baird, and McKenna Grace as Maisie Donner, among others. And with Francis Lawrence at the helm, directing from a screenplay by Billy Ray, I have no doubt this film is going to be a wild ride. But back to Kieran Culkin, isn't he just on fire right now? I mean, that Oscar win for A Real Pain was well deserved, and his performance in the final season of HBO's Succession was absolutely riveting. And have you seen him on Broadway in Glengarry Glen Ross? The man's a talented beast, darlings. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Joan, what about the other casting news? Well, let me tell you, there are some fantastic actors joining Kieran in this film. We've got Ralph Fiennes as President Snow, Elle Fanning as Effie Trinket, and Jesse Plemons as Plutarch Heavensby, to name a few. It's going to be a real treat to see these characters come to life on the big screen. So there you have it, folks. Kieran Culkin is Caesar Finkerman, and I couldn't be more thrilled. The film's release date is set for November, so mark your calendars and get ready for what promises to be an unforgettable cinematic experience. That's all for today's Morning Joan. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay fabulous.